Hi ladies, it's Courtney Lewis from Pop Those Lips. Today I want to talk about my second favorite product, which is ShadowSense. As you know, my first favorite product is our premier product from ShadowSense, LipSense. And I talk an awful lot about LipSense, but I feel like sometimes I don't talk enough about this other amazing product, which is essentially LipSense for your eyes. ShadowSense is a cream to powder eyeshadow. It's long-lasting, crease-proof, smudge-proof. It's just like LipSense, except for your eyes. Water-resistant. I mean, it is fabulous for when you're working out, for when you're outside. I mean, it's got anti-aging benefits. It's just, there's so many perks to ShadowSense. So I'm excited to show y'all how I apply it and show you my favorite look using a few different colors that are my favorite ShadowSense colors. So I'm going to show y'all using Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, Mocha Java Shimmer, and Onyx. I'm going to explain a little bit about that word shimmer here in a second. So as I talk to you about it, I'm going to show you how to apply. This is Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, and I'm going to apply it actually directly to my eyelid, a little dot, with the wand directly from the tube. And then I'm going to take one of my large full coverage brushes and just smear that into my eyelid. ShadowSense needs some time to set. It's kind of like LipSense in that you can layer it. So you can either just leave this alone by itself for a single color on your lids, or you can layer it for super dynamic looks. So this, I'm going to show you how to layer it, but you need to allow some time for layering. So while I wait for my Sandstone Pearl base to dry, I'm going to show y'all how to, well, I'll introduce another product just because I need to give some time to dry, and this is what I would do in my normal makeup routine. I'm going to go ahead and use my Brow Sense to fill in my brows, and I'm going to do hair length strokes with my Auburn Brow Sense and just fill in my brow very naturally. Then I'm going to take the other end of this brush and set that color in. And I realize that my lighting's not phenomenal in here. I try to set up next to my window so we get natural light, and sometimes it's a little too much natural light depending on the time of day that I do a video. Doing your left brow is a little bit complicated. As you can see, I was a little heavy right there at the base with my wand because I'm using my right hand on my left brow. It always makes it a little difficult. I've seen some funny memes about left brow versus right brow that I'll have to remember to post in our group later, but it's pretty funny stuff to see that when people compare like pictures of, well, I won't waste your time talking about it in this video, but it's pretty funny stuff. So I'll have to post some photos later. Okay, so I'll set my brows. Brow Sense is $20 and it's awesome stuff. I do love that. But anyway, we're going to go talk more about ShadowSense, which is $22 for a tube, and a tube will last you 6 months to a year. Tubes like whatever you use as your base color, like I use Sandstone Pearl Shimmer, that is probably going to last closer to 6 months rather than a year, whereas Mocha Java Shimmer, which I'm going to show you in a second, will last me probably closer to a full year because I only use about half as much because I'm going to cover, and I'm going to take my angled coverage brush here, and this is used for creases, and I'm going to just get a little bit off my wand, and I'm going to just do it directly onto my eyelid, and I go from about halfway over on my eyelid to the outside, and then I'm going to come back through, get some of that on the base of my brush, and do my crease. This is going to give my eye a nice smoky look using these natural colors. Sandstone Pearl and Mocha Java are very good earthy colors, but when you add that shimmer element to them, it just adds a beautiful luster, so it doesn't quite look so granola. I love Mocha Java and Sandstone Pearl by themselves because our colors for ShadowSense come in matte, which is the original look, which has a very velvety sheen. Or you can have this shimmer, which is the lustery, beautiful sheen here. I mean, both of them are beautiful, but I don't know. I always love a little bit more shimmer in my life. So now we're going to let the layer of Mocha Java Shimmer dry, and that is on the outside of my eyelids. And I'm going to do a picture later so you can see better without my light on in here too. So you can see in natural light what these colors look like. But while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to take my cloth that I keep in my vanity. Make sure my lips are clean so that I can apply my LipSense. Okay, so for my LipSense, I'm going to apply Bella, which is a new favorite of mine. It was a favorite of everybody else's, and I kind of was late to hop on the Bella bandwagon. I'm going to apply it in my mirror over here, so I don't have to get too up close and personal with you. And y'all all know the rules of LipSense. 3 layers. Wait for 3 to 5 seconds between layers. Move in a continual sweeping motion. And wait for 3 to 5 seconds between layers. Did I already say that? So there's 1 layer of Bella. I actually think I'm gonna layer Bella with blue red. I've never done this before. Let's see what it looks like. Wipe that excess color off the wand. You want the thinnest layers possible. Hey, little one. Okay, there's a layer of Bella, a layer of blue red. Let's let that dry for a second. Hello. And then let's finish with another layer of Bella. Okay, I love this. This is my new favorite. Okay, I've never layered Bella and blue red before, but this is like the perfect brownish red. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this look. Okay. That wasn't the whole point of this video, but this is a good, I need to remember that I love this for next time. So I topped it with my Glossy Gloss. Y'all know how that goes. And now my Mocha Java Shimmer and my Sandstone Pearl are both dry. And what I'm going to do is I could either at this point do more Mocha Java Shimmer to add a little more drama on my eye. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that actually. I just am feeling dramatic today. So again, wipe it on my wand or on my brush. Make sure I've got enough on there. And just go to town. Do the same thing, just drag the color off of your wand, off of the tip of the applicator. Fill in the crease. Yeah, that's looking really pretty. I'm looking in my vanity mirror, which is right behind my camera, and I can see it a little better than what you're seeing in the screen here, but at least you're seeing how to apply it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Onyx. Now I'm going to let that dry for a couple more seconds as I tell you about Onyx. Onyx is a velvety matte color. It's not a shimmer. And one thing I failed to mention with our colors, if you got like, let's say Sandstone Pearl without the shimmer, so this is just Sandstone Pearl, I use this as a concealer too. So if I have any little areas that are just after my foundation's on and I just am like, oh, I could cover this area up a little bit better, I'll just use a little bit of Sandstone Pearl and it fills in my skin well. It's great as an eyeshadow too if you don't like the shimmery look, but I like shimmer, but I would not use Sandstone Pearl shimmer as a touch-up because as a friend of mine said, she feels like if she does that, then she looks like she belongs in the Twilight series. She looks like she feels like she looks like a vampire with a shimmery skin. So and I'm going to change my lighting a little bit here. Let's see if this makes it a little bit better. A little worse. That looks a little better. Okay, so Sandstone Pearl Shimmer is what we used on my lids. Sandstone Pearl is what I would just use on my face to touch up. Mocha Java, I know a lot of people that use the Mocha Java without the shimmer, so this is the one that we used on my lids, but if you get Mocha Java without the shimmer, a lot of people with lighter eyebrows can use that as their brow filler. And Copper Rose Shimmer, another popular color. This is great on the eyes, and I know a lot of people that use it on their lips with LipSense before they put on their glossy gloss, and it sets in. It looks so cool because you can actually have some copper. You can do any color of LipSense or ShadowSense on your lips, actually, which is cool because there's some pretty awesome colors of LipSense or ShadowSense out there if you want to do something really dramatic and crazy on your lips. Okay, so now my shadow has set for the base 2 colors, and I'm going to use this tiny smudge brush here with my onyx, and a little bit goes a long way. Can you see that tiny bit of onyx on there? I'll even wipe some of it off because I don't want to go too heavy. And I like to just do my outer corner here, and I just make a tiny little triangle shape that kind of feathers. Picture like a fan, like this, so it feathers this way towards the outer crease of my lid. And then if you wanted to, you could even do this windshield wiper method to make your Mocha Java a little more bold up here at your crease if you want to. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. A little bit of onyx in that outer crease. Create that fan, triangular fan look. And then windshield wiper effect in my crease right here. Okay, so that's using onyx, and my onyx is a little heavier on my left eye, so I can just continue to smudge. The trick really with ShadowSense is you have some time to play with it, so you can just continue to smudge and smudge and smudge, move it around till you get it where you like it, but you want the thinnest layers possible, so don't, allow it some time to set in between before you start going and adding more layers if you want to add more darkness. So that's how I use onyx. Now, the last step that I'll do, I'm going to show you how I also use onyx as my eyeliner. And we've done videos on this before, but I use one of 2 brushes, and I'll show you your brush options here. If you're going to use onyx as your eyeliner, I know some people who can just use the tip of this brush, this wand here, and use this directly as your liner. I don't like that thick of a liner, so I will use these 2 thin liner brushes, one of these 2. This one is an actual eyeliner brush. And this one is a thin, what is it called? A small angled brush. So this one's great for, I've used this one before when I've done my brows, and I've traced my brows in onyx. And that made for a very bold brow that I haven't really done too often just because I don't like to go so bold with my brows. But you could use either of these. I tend to use this one just because, if you can see, I've only used this one a few times. And this is an e.l.f. brush that I just got from my local drugstore. But you can kind of see how it's frayed at the outside edges here, so it doesn't give a super clean line. If I lick it before I do it, I can get it to be straight, but I don't recommend licking products before you use them on your face, so I'm not going to do that for this video. Anyway, so what you're going to do here is I'm going to create a winged eye look using onyx, and I'm going to go right under my eyelid, and I'm just going to drag it up a little bit as if that line of my bottom lid extended, and I'm going to come over here too to drag it closer to my inside my eye. And then I'm going to start pretty close to the inside of my eye here too, and just drag on the top, and you can kind of see how there's a little bit of a space there. So I'll fill that in with my brush, create that nice triangle on the outside of my eye, and now I have a winged eye look. So that was super easy on the left eye, right eye I mean, and then my left eye is always a little bit more complicated, but you just plant that elbow and commit. Okay, so here's where the fun comes in. You gotta commit, make sure my brush is angled the right way, and just hope and pray you don't go too far. There we go, it doesn't look horrible. Yay. Thank heavens for Oops Remover. Our products are so versatile. If I ever color outside the line on my winged eye look and I go too far, or it wings backwards, uh-oh, I've got a crying child, so I better wrap this video up. Okay, and then I just connect that line right here. 2 winged eyes, I'll finish with mascara, and then I'm done.